Hey everyone, welcome to Ardyth's 1000 YouTube subscriber blog hop. Today we are actually doing a video hop as well. So I'm going to show you how to make this card. We are all making summer themed cards, and I used a few of our sponsors in the card today. So first thing that I did was I grabbed some Ellen Hudson dies, and I grabbed some Catherine Pooler inks. Ellen Hudson and Catherine Pooler are two of our amazing sponsors. I did also throw a little palm tree die in there that is from Echo Park. And so what I wanted to do was use the Catherine Pooler inks in order to create the colors I was looking for my dies. I didn't have papers that kind of felt summery and expressed the colors I wanted. So instead I used an ink blending tool and I used a couple different Catherine Pooler inks, and you can see I'm just putting them on some paper there, and then I'm just kind of blending them together. Especially for the palm tree, it was kind of nice because I combined two different inks to get a little bit more of a, I wouldn't say realistic, but a more interesting look instead of just plain paper. I felt like pattern paper, if I used that would kind of take away from the background that I was going to create. So the inks work absolutely perfectly. As you can see, they blend seamlessly together. So I die cut both of those out, as you can see. And so now I decided, I was just kind of doing a little bit of layout, trying to think exactly what I was going to do. And then I used some Catherine Pooler patterned paper, that's the Black Tie Gala collection, and I trimmed a piece of that off because I thought that would be kind of a nice pop. So now I started creating the background. So if you are familiar with my card making at all, you know that I like to create my own background. It's not that I don't like pattern paper, because I do, but I don't know. I just kind of have this thing where I love using inks and sprays and splatters and whatever I can think of, whatever I can get my hands on to create my own custom backgrounds. That's just kind of my shtick. So I used a couple different Catherine Pooler inks here, blended them together, and I know at first they don't look like they're blending that well, but as it dries, it looks really nice. And then I just flick some water. And then I also used a crystal clear Spectrum Noir sparkle marker to flick on there as well. So we have kind of like a mixture of just the plain paper showing through the white along with a little bit of shimmer. I didn't want too much shimmer. I didn't want to take away from anything. So now here's that Black Tie Gala pattern paper that I had trimmed previously, and I am just going to go and drop that on the side. I just thought that would be kind of a nice contrast, like that black and white against that sort of summery sunset background. I don't know. I just thought it would kind of be fun together. So a little trick is that I cut my paper a little bit bigger than my card panel, and then I just trim it off, and then that way I never have any problem with the card base or the panel showing through on the top, bottom, or sides. So I also decided to kind of make good use of that negative die cut. So you can see I kept that, I left it, and now I'm just putting a little bit more of that pink ink. That's called Party Dress, by the way, and I'm just kind of lightly dabbing it in the background. So I'm going to dab it onto the orange, which I did, which is Orange Twist. You can see I have off to the side there, and then I'm also going to put it right on that Party Dress ink, and I'm just going to put a couple layers. You can see I'm dabbing. I'm not rubbing, I'm not doing a circular motion, I'm just kind of dabbing it on there. I don't want it to take away from anything, but I do want it to just kind of be on there. It makes it a little bit more interesting. You know, the person that gets this card, they're just going to look at it and be like, oh, hey, this is kind of cool. Like, this isn't just a plain, hey, look, here's pattern paper. Hey, here's a die cut. Hey, here's a stamp. I have some extra stuff going on in the background that I think is fun. So I really tried to stick with colors that I felt were very summery. So like I said, I used the Aquatini for that sunshine die. And then I used Melon Ice and Lime Ricky for that palm tree die cut. So now to complete my sunshine die sentiment, I grabbed this Ellen Hudson stamp set. It's called Mermaid's Tail, and I just want to use the top part of that stamp that says make. So I used a Post-it note to mask it off, and then threw away that Post-it note, and now I just have that word make, so it says make sunshine instead of just sunshine. Now it's time to assemble the card. So I just used some 3D foam squares to go ahead and give it a little bit of height. And then that sparkle marker that I used earlier in order to create those little flecks on the background, I am just going to go in with that marker again and kind of trace over that sunshine die. I want it to stand out a little bit. Not too obvious, but you know, it's there so you can see the shimmeriness. So make sure to click on the link below to hop around. There's some great prizes. Thank you again to our wonderful sponsors, and congratulations, Ardyth. Have a great summer, everyone.